Okay, check out the front panel on this thing. This is really clean, actually. It's not bad. Obviously, the Midland 78999s are getting a little bit older these days. Very desirable. This is one with original meters, which is nice. You see them a lot with the Irish meters that come out and been changed over. I'm a big fan of trying to keep them, sort of standard. But don't mind the white meters, but just love the black ones probably a little more. Okay, so I'm just injecting about 0.5 of a microvolt into it at the moment, and it is hearing beautifully. Actually, superb receiver on this. Let's just get rid of that tone because as much as you want to know the receiver works, it does get a bit annoying. So the features on the Midland 78999. Well, first, actually, let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Plenty of power, 1, 2, 3. It's all right. Just thought I'd better check it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't done that yet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so the good news is it's functioning beautifully, which is good. I've actually got another one here that is not functioning. If you want to buy the two off me in one package deal, certainly talk to me. But obviously, this is the one that most people will be interested in because it's completely clean and it is a really good example of a 78999. Some of the features of 78999, the antenna AB was really handy. Like if you had a beam and you wanted to basically go between the beam and the vertical, it was so easy to do from the front panel of these things. Great, great option. Just trying to remember. Actually, I was going to check something here. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm wondering whether the PA gain. I've never used it before. 1, 2, 1, 2. Easier if I go to AM. I'm trying to remember if the PA gain is actually what it sounds like. Yeah, I think it is actually for the PA output stage, like the actual public address system, versus PA gain, meaning power amplifier gain, is what I was thinking. But it's not doing that. Let me try something. Okay, so it is PA gain as in 1, 2, 1, 2. And if I turn it down, 1, 2, 1, 2. And if I turn it up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go, on PA. So I would rather see that actually as a attenuated power thing myself. Maybe that's a nice little mod to do on it at some stage. But anyway, all right, so we go back to radio there and we'll just unplug that PA speaker. So they basically were a fairly well thought out radio. The design of them is actually Cybernet, and some people have actually been a little confused as to what's inside them. But you've sort of got the makings of a B model GE inside the Midland 78999, and but there are some hidden extras that really are quite nice. The filter here, your dim bright's nice, just for the hell of it. Upgraded A&L noise blanket. Actually, there's a few mods that they did, which are small but make a bit of sense. SWR meter obviously on board as well, so that you can check two antennas as we were saying about over here. They're probably one of the more sought after radios out there, and isn't it funny? I think that's more the name. The Midland really are collectible, and I sort of get that. I'm just thinking, I'm just going to grab an antenna and see if we can hear anything. Okay, just popped it onto an antenna out here in the barn. It's not looking like there's much activity happening at the moment, unfortunately. A little bit in the US. Okay, so it's not entirely dead. Channel selectors on these just feel beautiful, really do. It's that big tumbler sort of feel they do. Just seeing if we've got any other US stations, because there's not actually much happening skip-wise around Australia by the sounds of it. Anybody out there tell us we're getting out 229 in Tangambalanga? No, I think we're out of luck there. Sometimes I like to go down to channel 16 and just see if anyone's still alive. Anyone's still alive down on channel 16? Go ahead. And the answer is in Tangambalanga, no. Sometimes you'll hear the US coming through on AM. This thing's got a very nice, clean sound to it, though. It really has. It's had I, been, obviously, a lot of these radios are being sold off. Had things been different, there's just no way in the world that they'd be leaving. This is just so clean, and all credit. Sorry, just give a bit of dust on the top, driving me mental. The OCD side of me. But yeah, if I was sticking around forever, I would definitely not sell this. This is a very nice example. Just can't quite get. See, there's a guy in the US there. Oh, he's just so down. Conditions in this cold weather over here. I was a bit hopeful we might actually got him up a little bit in signal. But as you can see, all the lettering on this is perfect. And I just want to do some close-ups because it's important that you sort of see. Well, we got a bit of him then. While we were having a bit of a look at the, this radio has not had a bad life at all. And there's a lot of telltales that give me, information as to what, is worth having in a collection and what's not. This is definitely worth having. Where the other one, look, I'm just going to be honest, the other one has got a fault with it, but it's just not as clean. It's actually as genuine as this one is, but, the case is not quite as clean. Front's not too bad on the other one. I think the other one's just over here. Yeah, sorry, I can give you an example. And, as you can see, look, it needs a bit of a clean-up as far as the fact that it's just been sitting around in the dust. But probably the front on that will come up very well. This has got a, I think, a VCO issue. The VCO on it's dead, I think. So talk to me about that one too. I don't know that I'm going to be repairing any of these anymore, unfortunately, which is a pity. I used to love doing that so much. But hey, if I hang around for a bit longer in life, sort of, who knows? But one day at a time. Just an update on that. Appreciate everybody's patience in me getting back to them. I know it's slow sometimes. I get runs where 3 or 4 days go missing, and I was back in hospital last week, and then from Saturday when I got home, in bed till today, which I got out today, which thank goodness got moving. So that's some good news. But yeah, it's very unpredictable just what's happening with me at the moment. Won't go into all of it because look, you don't really need to hear all the bits and pieces that are happening, but it's certainly been a interesting struggle. Okay, now back onto this radio. Yeah, okay. I thought we might have heard some US then. Just going to go back to 37 just in case. Normally 37, 38, actually, 38 more so. But no, look, she's as quiet at the moment. 229 just testing. Just wondering if anybody could tell us for getting out, please. And just remember these AM meters, the modulation meters only work on AM, so what I was going to say. Just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry about that. There's nobody out here. Nobody's going to hear me in Tangambulanga on AM. That's all right. Normally I wouldn't do that if the band was going, of course. Might interfere with someone. But yeah, so all functions are working on this 78999, and it's a nice radio. I'm actually just using a Tedalex mic on it that I stole, but I will be wiring up a Midland mic for it. It's just got a bit of a dicky connector on it, and I don't want to sell it with that. The truth is, there's probably that's not the actual mic that came with this radio. It is the actual mic that was sold with the radio, but it's just we've got we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of mics, and they've all got to be sort of worked out to what radio they go. So often people are not getting the absolute original mic as far as the mic that was sold with the radio. They're getting the same example of a mic that was sold in the same era though. So just impossible with the boxes and boxes of stuff we got sent from New Zealand to collate what goes with that, with what exactly. But that's working out all right. All right, and on that point, this is one of the radios that came from the New Zealand Museum, from the Edicom Museum. So this was a nice example of some of the quality stuff that David had in New Zealand. And, I feel like such a pity that, we can't carry on with this, because it certainly was the intention. And people have said to me, if you had your time again, would you have bought the museum? And no, I probably wouldn't have. I've got to be honest. We got the diagnosis and everything happened about 2 months after we'd done the museum buy. But it's okay. Look, that's certainly not David's fault. It's, my health that took a turn for the worse. But, so it's not about the money either. That's not the issue. It's just more about how much time we've got to sell some of this off, and to try and relieve Sam of some of the the issues of all the stuff that, I keep showing people and saying, that gives racks and racks of it. We've, in 3 weeks, sold over 200 radios. So that's been, thank you very much for the response to that from everybody. Especially since 2 of those weeks, we got really good contact with people and things happening. 1 week of it, I've been back in hospital and then back in bed for a bit. So we lost a week, but I'm just trying to sort of get back on my feet a little bit this week. So hopefully in the next few days we can get a bit more done. I've got my good friend Tanya, VK4XTC, coming down for the weekend from Queensland to help. Also delivering my new Trackhawk 700 horsepower thing, so a little toy. I figure if I'm not going to be on the planet forever, I'm going to certainly have some fun before I go, on those days when I can possibly get up and get out. And I've had one of these 700 horsepower Trackhawks before. As people know, I've still got the GT4 Porsche as well, and I love that, but I wanted more of a run around with a bit of power as well, so I did. Anyway, that's that's one of the crazy things you do when you realise that life is not forever. Anyway, all good. Okay, well, 78999, definitely a very, very nice radio. If you're interested, email brenton@posnav.com.au. Brenton, BRENTON, @posnav, POSNAV.com.au. And I'll certainly get back to you and we can discuss pricing and whether or not this is the radio for you. To my collector buyers who I know will see this video, obviously, yes, you do get first preference today. You know who you are. And I really want to say thank you to I'm just thinking about mentioning names, but but Scott, you've been terrific, and I'm just cautious. Some names are people that would probably prefer to remain private, but let's just say Newcastle, thank you. You know who you are, and I'll just be a bit careful with your name because you're a little bit more known in other areas. So certainly, but also, to all the people up and down the East Coast who've been, driving here, taking the time to go through so much and really helping us to relieve us of some of this, and believe me, this is one hell of a job. It's a lot to be done. It's not going to happen in 5 minutes, but I can see the end of the line. It will happen at some stage. We'll get there, and hopefully a lot of good radios can go to some good homes and people can really enjoy the amazing hobby that I've enjoyed all my life. So, remember that too. When you're doing this, just pick what you like, grab what you like. Whatever it is, don't even hesitate. Just, if it's what you want, you grab it, because I can tell you now, life is just way too bloody short. I wish I'd learnt this lesson 10 years ago, but hopefully I can sort of teach it a little bit now to those of you, especially those close friends of mine who have supported me all over so many years. I mean, this hobby has been so good to me, so really appreciate it. 73s, all the best. 1 Midland 78999. You've got the email address. Certainly touch base with me. We'll probably get it advertised somewhere. I just haven't thought about where. Whenever I do that, it's because I don't want to sell the radio. Whenever I say I'm not sure or anything, it's because I'm trying to sort of think, do I just hang on to that one? Look, just as a bit of a quick heads up, I am keeping some for myself in my own radio room. There'll be one radio room, and one side of it will be my ham gear, the other side will be some collectible CB gear. And so, and people know I'm a big SBE Console 6 lover, and I've got a as new one of those. And anyway, so there's, it's everything's going out the door and Brenton has nothing. Brenton's not broke. Brenton actually has more money than he can probably deal with, in the short time he's got. Really my goal is just to clear this out, and to make sure that Sam's okay, of course, and to make sure that we don't leave with this huge mess here. I've loved this mess, by the way. I have absolutely loved it. People say to me, "Oh, how do you deal with it?" I've loved every day of it. Walking around thousands of radios and just going, shit, let's just hook this one up. So there's a positive in that. A bit wanky, I suppose, to some people, but trust me, once again, in life, do what you want. Don't listen to anybody else. Just listen to your own heart, work out what you want, and do it. That's my advice to you anyway. All the best. 73s from VK3 Charlie Mike, JDW 229, my old Jack Daniels whiskey call. Thanks very much again. Wayne, thank you. You know who you are, Wayne, in Perth. Thank you. I can say your name. Wayne, you have supported me more than you really have, and it's and look, I'm going to say this name, Gav, down in Melbourne. You too, mate. Thank you. Appreciate. Some of these people have gone above and beyond in. I'm sure they bought things that they just thought, I'll just help the guy. Especially Gav. Jesus, Gav. I appreciate you, mate. All right, guys. Thanks very much. 73s, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.